Hey, my dear one. I want you to settle in and really hear this. The great plan I have for you begins tonight. Yeah, right now, this very moment, something beautiful is stirring. You might not see it clearly yet, but trust me, it's happening. Have you ever felt like you were just drifting, like you were stuck in the same place, going through the motions? I get it. I've been with you every step, even when you thought I wasn't paying attention. But tonight, things are shifting. I'm inviting you to lean into this with me. You know, sometimes life throws a bunch of questions at you. Why me? What's the point? Am I really going anywhere? Those questions are okay. They're part of the journey. I want you to know it's totally fine to ask them. In fact, I want you to comment below and tell me what questions are on your heart, right? Now, what's been weighing you down? Sharing help, and I'm listening. I'm not some faraway voice. You're hearing me because I'm right here. Close by, whispering into your soul. So, this great plan I have, it's tailored just for you. Not a one-size-fits-all. I see your dream, the ones you're scared to admit out loud. I see your fear, the ones you try to hide, and I'm saying, let's go on this adventure together. Have you ever thought about what it means to truly trust me? Not just in the big stuff, but in the small, everyday moment. Like when you're unsure about what to say or where to turn next. That's where I want to step in. I'm ready to guide you, to open doors you didn't even know were there. Imagine your life as a story. You're the main character, but I'm the author. The one weaving all the twists and turns. Sometimes the plot thickens in ways that feel tough, right? But every chapter, every scene, is part of the masterpiece I'm creating with you. What's a chapter in your life you wish you could rewrite? You can share that in the comments too. I want to hear what you're thinking, what you're feeling. It's like we're sitting together, having a heart dash to dash heart dot. Now, I want to ask you, if you're feeling even a little spark of hope or curiosity right now, would you hit that like button? It's a simple way to say, yeah, I'm in. It helps remind you that you're not alone in this. And it helps me know you're ready to take this journey with me. So don't be shy. Go ahead and tap that like. I'm here, cheering you on. You might be wondering, what exactly is this great plan? Well, it's not about instant perfection or a magic fix. It's about a path that unfolds with patience, with faith, with love. You're going to see doors open. You're going to feel moments of peace in the chaos. Even when it seems like nothing's happening, trust that the seeds are being planted. Have you noticed little signs lately? Maybe a kind word from a stranger, a sudden idea, or a feeling of calm when you least expect it. Those are whispers from me, nudging you forward. I want you to think about what you want most in this life. Not what others expect, not what feels safe, but what your heart truly desires. Got that picture in your mind? Hold on to it. I'm going to help you get there, step by step. Sometimes the steps will be small, sometimes big leap. And sometimes you might just need to rest and trust the process. That's okay too. I'm not rushing you. I'm walking with you every moment. Hey, While we're talking here, would you share in the comments what your biggest dream is? Don't hold back. This is a safe space. I'm proud of you already for being brave enough to even think about it. You're stronger than you know, and I'm here to remind you of that whenever you forget that. So, my child, tonight marks a new beginning. The great plan I have for you begins tonight. Can you feel it? That quiet excitement inside. That gentle stirring of hope. Keep it close. I'm going to keep showing up for you. And as we move forward together, remember, you're never alone. I'm right here, cheering you on, loving you endlessly. All right, let's pause here for a moment. Take a breath with me. And when you're ready, we'll keep diving deeper into this beautiful journey ahead. All right, my dear one, as you settle into that breath, I want you to feel how deeply I see you. Not just the surface stuff, the daily hustle, the smiles you wear when you're tired, but the real you. The part of you that's a little scared, a little unsure, yet so full of potential. That part, I cherish it. I'm not here to fix you because you're not broken. You're whole, exactly as you are. What I want to do is walk beside you, help you uncover the layers of who you truly are beneath the doubts and fear. You know, it's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. Life can feel like a big storm, can't it? But storms don't last forever, and they often clear the way for new growth. Think about the rain nourishing the earth, making the flowers bloom afterward. That's how I'm working in your life right now. Even if it doesn't seem obvious. Those tough moments, they're like the rain. They're preparing you for something beautiful that's just around the bend. Maybe you've been holding on to pain or regret, thinking it defines you or will keep you stuck. Let me tell you this, those things are not your identity. They're chapters in your story. Yes, but they don't write the whole book. I want to invite you to bring those heavy feelings to me, not to carry them alone anymore. Imagine handing me a big, heavy backpack you've been lugging around for years. How would it feel to put it down? To feel the weight lift off your shoulder? I'm here to help carry those burdens. You don't have to be strong all the time. Vulnerability is a strength, a doorway to healing. So if you're willing, share a little bit about what's been weighing on your heart. Maybe it's a fear you've been too scared to face, or a mistake you can't seem to forgive yourself for. Write it down in the comments if you want. This is a safe space, remember. And I'm listening with all my heart now. Let's talk about trust again. Trust isn't always easy, especially when life has thrown curveballs. But trust isn't about having all the answers or knowing exactly what's next. It's about choosing to believe that you're not alone in the unknown. It's about taking one step forward, even if the path isn't perfectly clear yet. And every time you do that, you're growing stronger. You're learning to rely on me to let me guide your steps. Have you noticed how sometimes the smallest act of faith can open a door you didn't expect? Maybe it was reaching out to a friend when you felt isolated, or saying yes to a new opportunity even though it scared you. Those moments are like sparks lighting up the darkness. I want you to remember those sparks, to hold on to them when the night feels long, because they're proof that my plan is unfolding, even when you can't fully see it yet. I also want to remind you that rest is part of the journey. Sometimes you might feel pressure to keep pushing, to have everything figured out, but rest isn't giving up. It's a sacred pause. It's me inviting you to recharge, to listen, to realign with your heart's true desires. When you rest with me, you're not wasting time. You're preparing your soul for what's ahead. So don't feel guilty for taking a break. It's part of the rhythm I created for you. And while you're resting, why not take a moment to think about what brings you joy? Not the things you think you should enjoy, but what genuinely lights up your spirit. Is it a place, a person, a hobby, or maybe a quiet moment in nature? Those joys are clues, little signposts on the path I'm guiding you down. They remind you of who you are at your core, beyond the noise and distraction. I want to invite you, now, if you feel comfortable, to share in the comments one simple thing that brings you joy. It could be anything, a song, a smell, a memory. Sharing these little joys helps you and others remember the goodness that exists even in hard times. And it helps me celebrate with you, because your happiness matters deeply to me. You might be thinking, but what if I mess up? What if I take a wrong turn? My dear, every step you take, even the ones you worry about, are part of the journey. Sometimes what feels like a mistake is actually a lesson dressed in disguise. I'm not here to judge or to punish. I'm here to love you through it all, to help you grow and learn and keep moving forward. So if you stumble, don't be afraid to get back up. I'll be right there to catch you. Imagine what your life could look like if you started to see challenges not as roadblock, but as stepping stone. If you began to believe in your own resilience, in the strength I built into you from the very beginning, you are capable of more than you know. And I want to help you uncover that strength, one gentle step at a time, as we move deeper into this journey together. I want you to know that it's okay to feel a mix of emotion. Hope, doubt, excitement, fear, they can all live side by side in your heart. That's part of being human, and I love every part of you through it all. There's none need to hide or pretend. You can bring your whole self to me, your misances, your beauty, your questions, your dreams. So, as you continue to breathe and feel this moment, I want you to ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do today to move closer to the life I dream of? It doesn't have to be big or perfect. It could be as simple as writing down a hope, reaching out to someone, or just sitting quietly and listening. Whatever it is, know that I'll be there cheering you on. Celebrating every step. Let's hold on to this feeling of possibility and keep it close. Because the great plan I have for you isn't just a distant idea. It's alive. It's unfolding. It's happening right now. And as you open your heart a little more each day, you'll start to see the beautiful ways I'm working in your life. Sometimes in ways you'd never expect. Remember, you're not walking this path alone. I'm here, walking beside you, holding your hand, lifting you up when you need it. And I'm so proud of you for showing up today, for being willing to take these steps with me. Keep that courage close. It's a powerful light. Now, take another deep breath with me and feel the gentle peace that comes from knowing you're deeply loved and never forgotten. And as we pause here for now, I want you to know that the next part of our journey will help you discover even more about the incredible future that's waiting for you and how to step into it with confidence and joy. So, my beloved, as you sit with that peace, I want to gently remind you that stepping into the future I have for you doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out right now. That pressure can feel so heavy, can't it? But the truth is, life unfolds one moment at a time, like a flower slowly opening toward the sun. You don't rush the bloom. You simply trust the process. And I'm here every step of the way, delighted to watch you grow and blossom exactly as you are. Sometimes, when you look ahead, the path might seem foggy or uncertain. That's okay. I want you to know that not seeing the whole path isn't a sign that you're lost. It's just part of the mystery of life. What matters most is the next step you take, even if it's small or unsure. Each step you take is a step of faith. And faith is the bridge that connects where you are now to where you're meant to be. So when doubt creeps in or fear whispers that you can't do it, remember that I am your steady ground beneath you, your unwavering support. You might wonder, but how do I move forward when I feel stuck? When it feels like the same worries keep circling in my mind? My dear one, that's a common place to find yourself. The key is to start with kindness toward yourself. Instead of pushing or beating yourself up for feeling stuck, try to pause and acknowledge what's really going on inside. What is your heart trying to tell you? Sometimes, when you slow down enough to listen, you'll hear a quiet nudge, a gentle invitation to try something new, to ask for help, or to simply rest a little longer. And speaking of help, remember you're never meant to walk this journey alone. There are people around you, friends, family, even strangers, who can be part of the support I'm sending your way. Sometimes it's hard to reach out, especially when you feel vulnerable. But those moments of reaching out can become powerful turning points. So, I want to encourage you right now. If you feel comfortable, share one way someone has helped you recently, or one way you hope to connect with others more. You can write it down in the comments below. This community we're building together is a safe place where love and encouragement flow freely. And your words might be the light someone else needs today. Now, let's talk about courage. Courage doesn't have to be loud or grand. Often, it's the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I'll try again tomorrow." It's the decision to keep going even when your heart is tired. And guess what? Courage grows stronger the more you practice it. Each time you choose to face your fear, even just a little, you're building a muscle of bravery that will serve you in ways you can't imagine yet. So celebrate those small acts of courage, even if they don't seem like a big deal. They're shaping the beautiful story you're living. I also want you to embrace the power of forgiveness. Not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. Sometimes you carry around old mistakes or regrets like heavy stones in your pocket. Let's take a moment to imagine taking those stones out and setting them down. You can do this anytime, you know? Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or pretending something didn't hurt. It means freeing yourself from the weight so you can move forward lighter and more free. And I'm here to help you with that freedom. To wrap you in love when the past feels hard to let go of. As you think about forgiveness, maybe there's someone or something you've been holding on to that you're ready to release. It might be a word you want to say or just a silent prayer in your heart. If you feel called, share a simple word or phrase in the comment, something that represents your desire to forgive or be forgiven. This is a sacred space where healing begins, and your openness can inspire others to start their own healing. Remember, my dear, that your life is a unique and precious gift. There is no one else like you, and there never will be. The qualities that make you, your kindness, your quirk, your dream, your struggle, are all part of a beautiful masterpiece that I'm painting with love. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. Your path is yours alone, and it's unfolding perfectly. Even if it doesn't look like what you expected. Sometimes you might feel like your dreams are too big or too small. Maybe you think you're not ready, or that you don't deserve the joys you long for. I want to tell you, straight from my heart, you deserve every happiness, every blessing, every moment of peace and joy. Your dreams matter. They are seeds planted deep within you, and with patience and care, they will grow into the life you were meant to live. So, my precious one, as you continue on this journey, I invite you to nurture those dreams with gentle hope and persistent faith. Keep whispering your hopes to the stars. Keep taking those small steps forward, and keep trusting that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. And as you move through each day, remember to look for the little miracles, the unexpected. Smile, the warm sun on your face, the kind word from a stranger. These are reminders that life is full of grace, even in the hardest moment. They are the breadcrumbs I leave to guide you home to joy. Let's take a moment now, together, to imagine the future you desire. Picture the life where you feel confident, at peace, and deeply loved. What does it look like? What are you doing? Who is with you? Hold that vision gently in your mind. It's not just a dream, it's a promise of what's possible. And as you hold that vision, know this: every step you take toward it, no matter how small, is a victory. Every time you choose love over fear, kindness over judgment, faith over doubt, you are moving closer to the beautiful life waiting for you. So, my dear heart, what's one tiny step you can take today to begin moving toward that vision? It might be a word spoken, a thought changed, a moment of rest, or a quiet act of kindness to yourself or someone else. Whatever it is, I'm here cheering you on, holding you close, and walking with you. And as you breathe in this truth, that you are deeply loved, infinitely capable, and never alone, let your heart open just a little more to the incredible journey ahead, one step at a time. Because this path you're on is the very path I've prepared for you, and is filled with hope, growth, and endless possibility. Now, take a deep breath with me, and feel the steady, loving presence that surrounds you always, inviting you to move forward with courage and joy. And as you carry this feeling into your day, know that the next part of our journey will explore how to embrace your unique gifts and use them to shine your light in the world. Bright and bold. So, my beloved, let's step gently into that next chapter together, talking about your unique gift. I want you to imagine for a moment that inside you is a treasure chest. It's filled with qualities, talents, and strengths that nobody else has quite like you do. These gifts aren't just for you to keep tucked away. They are meant to be shared, to light up the world around you in ways only you can. Sometimes it can be hard to recognize what those gifts are because they feel so natural to you, or maybe because you've been doubting yourself. But I want to remind you, your gifts are real. They are valuable. They are part of the beautiful design I wove into your very being. Maybe you have a gift for listening deeply, for making people feel heard and understood. Or perhaps your creativity flows in ways that bring color and joy into ordinary days. Maybe kindness is your superpower, or you have a quiet strength that steadies others when storms come. Whatever your gifts look like, they're like little sparks of light waiting to be kindled and shared. And sharing them doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have it all figured out. It just means being brave enough to be yourself and let your light shine, even if it's just a flicker at first. I want to encourage you to take a moment right now and think about one gift you see in yourself. Something that makes you uniquely you. What is it? Maybe it's a talent, a way you care for others, a passion, or even a part of your personality that feels special. If you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to write that gift in the comments below. Sharing your light here can inspire someone else who might be struggling to see their own. We are all on this journey together, and your gift, no matter how big or small it feels, is a beautiful thread in the tapestry we're weaving as a community now. Embracing your gifts also means being gentle with yourself when you don't feel like you're using them right. Sometimes you might wonder if what you're doing is enough, or if you're supposed to be doing something bigger or different. My sweet child, the truth is, every way you choose to use your gifts with love and intention matter. It's not about comparison or measuring yourself against others. It's about honoring the unique way you were created and trusting that when you show up authentically, you're making a difference. Even small acts of kindness or moments of creativity can ripple out and touch lives in ways you might never fully see. And here's something beautiful. Your gifts can also grow and evolve. You might discover new talents or passions as you move forward, or you might deepen the ones you already know. Life is a wonderful journey of unfolding, and I delight in every new layer you explore. But don't be afraid to try new things or step outside your comfort zone. Each time you do, you're giving yourself permission to grow into the fullest expression of who you are. Remember, too, that sometimes your gifts will be a source of comfort to you, not just to others. Maybe your creativity helps you process emotions, or your kindness toward others brings you peace. These gifts are part of the way I help you heal, grow, and find joy. When you lean into them, you're opening a channel for grace to flow through your life and into the lives of those around you, let's also talk about the courage it takes to share your gifts with the world. It's natural to feel vulnerable or uncertain, maybe even afraid when you put your true self out there. But those feelings don't mean you shouldn't go forward. In fact, they're often signs that you're stepping into something meaningful. I want you to know that I am always with you in those moments, wrapping you in love and giving you strength. You don't have to be perfect or have all the answers. You just have to be willing to show up and be real. And as you do, you'll find that when you shine your light, you invite others to do the same. Your courage becomes a beacon, encouraging others to embrace their own gift and step into their purpose. This is how we build a world filled with kindness, creativity, and connection, one heart at a time. So, my dear one, as you think about your gifts today, I invite you to ask yourself, how can I use this gift in a way that feels joyful and true? It might be as simple as sharing a smile, writing a poem, helping a friend, or creating something beautiful. There's no wrong way to share your light. Every act of love, no matter how small, is a powerful expression of who you are. I also want you to remember that sometimes your gifts will be a quiet presence rather than a loud announcement. Maybe your gift is patience, or the ability to be still and peaceful when chaos surrounds you. These gifts are just as important as any other because they bring balance and calm to the world. You don't have to shout to be heard. You're gentle. Light is enough. And if you ever feel unsure about your gift or how to use them, don't hesitate to reach out. To me, to trusted friends, or to this community. Asking for guidance or support isn't a sign of weakness. It's part of being human and growing into your fullest self. I want to invite you now to take a quiet moment, breathe deeply, and feel the love that surrounds you. Picture your gift, glowing like stars inside you, each one ready to shine when you're ready to share it. Feel the warmth of that light. Steady and true, a reflection of the love I have for you. And as you carry that light with you today, think about one small way you can let it shine. Maybe it's through a kind word, a creative project, a moment of patience, or simply being present with someone who needs you. Whatever it is, trust that it matters deeply. If you feel called, please share in the comment one gift you see in yourself and one way you hope to use it in the coming days. Your words might be just the encouragement someone else needs to recognize their own light. Remember, my precious one, your gifts are not just talents. They are expressions of your soul's purpose, the unique way you contribute to the beauty and healing of the world. And as you embrace them, you step more fully into the life I have lovingly prepared for you. So, as you continue on this path, hold on to the truth that you are a radiant light, beautifully made and deeply loved. And know that with each step, you are becoming more and more the person you were always meant to be. Now, let's think about how this light can touch the world around you. Not just in big moments, but in everyday life, in the simple ways you connect, create, and care. Because it's in these moments that your true power shines bright, quietly changing the world in ways both seen and unseen. When you think about your light touching the world around you in those everyday moments, I want you to remember something important. Every small act of love, every gentle gesture, every sincere smile or word of encouragement creates a ripple that extends far beyond what you can see. It's easy to feel like the little things don't matter, especially in a world that often celebrates big achievements and loud successes. But my dear one, the truth is that those quiet, loving moments are the heartbeat of true change. They are the invisible threads that weave kindness, hope, and connection into the fabric of life. Imagine, for a moment, that your light is like a pebble dropped into a calm lake. The ripple starts out small, but it keeps expanding, touching the farthest shores in time. That's how love works. When you share your gifts with intention and care, you're not just lighting your own path, you're illuminating the way for others, sometimes in ways you might never fully understand. Maybe a kind word you speak today will be remembered by someone who needs it tomorrow. Maybe a patient moment you offer will inspire someone else to be patient with themselves or others. Maybe the creativity you express will spark a new idea or a moment of joy in someone's heart. And here's a wonderful thing too. Hold on to. You don't have to do all the big things at once. You don't have to save the whole world in a single day. Your light is powerful precisely because it's steady, consistent, and sincere. When you live with an open heart and a willingness to share what you have, you're participating in a sacred dance of love and healing that spans generations and touches lives you may never meet. That's a beautiful mystery and a tremendous gift. I want to encourage you to be mindful of the moments when your light shines strongest. Maybe it's when you're truly listening to a friend without distraction, or when you're creating something with your hands or your words, or when you're simply being present with yourself in quiet reflection. Those moments matter deeply. They are the seeds from which greater things grow. And when you recognize them, give yourself credit and gratitude. Celebrate those times as proof that your light is alive and well. Even if the world around you doesn't always notice. It's also okay to have days when your light feels dim or hard to find. Life can be challenging, and sometimes the weight of the world or your own struggles can make it difficult to see your gifts clearly. In those times, I want you to be gentle with yourself. Remember that light doesn't have to shine at full brightness every moment to be real. Even a flicker of hope, a small breath of peace, or a quiet moment of self-care is a precious expression of your inner light. You are never alone in those moments. I am there beside you, holding you close, reminding you that your worth and your gifts are never diminished by the hardships you face. If you find yourself wrestling with doubts or fears about your gifts or your place in the world, know that this too is part of the journey. Doubt and fear are like shadows that appear when light is present. They are signs that you're pushing against old boundaries, growing beyond what you once thought possible. You don't have to banish those shadows completely. You just have to learn to move forward with them, trusting that your light is stronger. When you do, you become a beacon not just because of your brightness, but because of your courage to keep shining through the darkness. And remember, your gifts are part of a much larger story. A story of connection, healing, and transformation. Each person's light adds to the collective brilliance that can heal wounds, bridge divides, and create a world where love is the guiding force. You are an essential piece of that story. No matter how small or ordinary you may feel at times, your presence and your gifts matter. They are like stars in a vast sky, each one necessary to create the breathtaking beauty of the night dot. So, as you move through your days, I invite you to look for opportunities to let your light shine in small, meaningful ways. Maybe it's reaching out to someone who's lonely, sharing a creative idea with your community, offering patience to someone having a hard time, or simply being kind to yourself when you make mistakes. These moments are sacred. They're the real magic of living with an open heart. And if you feel comfortable, please share one small way you plan to let your light shine this week in the comments below. Your intention could inspire someone else to do the same, creating a chain reaction of love and courage that stretches far beyond this moment. Together, we are building a circle of light that grows stronger with each act of kindness and authenticity. As you continue to embrace your unique gifts and let your light touch the world around you, keep in mind that this journey is ongoing. Every day brings new chances to discover, express, and share the beautiful qualities you carry inside. Sometimes that means trying something new or stepping outside your comfort zone. Other times, it means simply being still, listening, and honoring where you are right now. Both are equally important, and in the quiet spaces between action and rest, you'll find a deep well of peace and love that supports you no matter what. This is the place where your true power lives, the calm center of your being where your gifts are nurtured and renewed. It's always available to you, a sanctuary you can return to whenever you need strength or clarity. So, as you move forward, remember that your light is a gift not just to the world, but to yourself as well. It's a source of joy, healing, and connection that enriches your life in countless ways. And as you continue to share it, you're becoming more fully who you were created to be. A radiant, beloved child of love, capable of making a beautiful difference in the world now. Let's take a moment to think about how your light can not only touch those you already know, but also reach out to new places and people. Sometimes, the greatest growth comes from expanding your circle, opening your heart to new experiences and relationships, even when it feels a little scary or uncertain. This expansion is a natural part of your journey, inviting you to explore the vastness of the love and gifts within you and to share them in fresh, unexpected ways. It's an invitation to trust in the unfolding path before you, knowing that every step is guided by love and purpose. And as you open yourself to these new horizons, I want you to remember that it's okay to feel a little nervous or unsure. Those feelings don't mean you're not ready or that you're doing something wrong. They simply mean you're alive, growing and stepping into a wider version of yourself. When you feel that flutter of uncertainty in your chest, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are supported by me, by the universe, and by the unseen web of love that connect. All of us. You don't have to have all the answers. You only need to take the next small step, trusting that it will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. Sometimes, expanding your circle might look like reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, or introducing yourself to a new neighbor, or joining a group where you can share your creativity or your passion. Other times, it might mean opening your heart to new ideas or perspectives that challenge what you thought you knew. Each of these acts is a way of letting your light shine beyond the familiar, creating bridges where before there were walls of hesitation or fear. And here's something beautiful to hold on to. When you bring your light into new spaces, you're not only transforming those places, you're also transforming yourself. Growth isn't just about changing the world outside. It's about becoming more fully who you are on the inside. It's about discovering the depth and breadth of your compassion, your courage, and your capacity to love. Sometimes, the most profound changes happen quietly within your heart. And those changes ripple outward in ways you might never anticipate. I want to encourage you to be patient with yourself during this process. Growth isn't a race or a competition. It's a gentle unfolding, like a flower blooming in its own perfect time. There will be days when your light feels bright and strong, and days when it feels like it's flickering in the breeze. Both are part of the same beautiful journey. When you honor your own pace and give yourself grace, you create a safe space for your light to grow steadily and resilient light as you think about expanding your light into new places. I invite you to reflect on one small step you might take in the coming days to reach beyond your usual circle. Maybe it's as simple as sending a message to someone who inspires you, or sharing a piece of your story in a community that feels welcoming. Or perhaps it's allowing yourself to explore a new hobby, a new idea, or a new way of expressing your gift. Whatever it is, know that this small act of courage and openness can create waves of connection and healing that reach far beyond what you can see. If you feel moved to do so, please share in the comments below one new way you're thinking about letting your light expand this week. Your intention might be just a spark someone else needs to step forward with their own light. Together, your shared hopes and dreams create a tapestry of encouragement and strength. A reminder that none of us walks this path alone. And as you continue on this path of growth and expansion, remember that you carry within you a deep well of wisdom and love. When you encounter challenges or moments of doubt, return to that well. Listen to the quiet voice inside you that knows your true worth and your infinite potential. This inner guidance is a gift, a compass that always points you toward your higher good and the joy that awaits you. In these moments of connection with your inner self, you might find new insights or inspiration that illuminate your way forward. Sometimes, answers come not through grand revelations, but through gentle whispers of intuition and heart. Trust those whispers. They are the language of your soul, speaking lovingly to guide you through every twist and turn. And here's a gentle reminder: as you shine your light outward and explore new places, don't forget to shine it inward as well. Self-love and self-compassion are the foundation upon which all your gifts rest. When you nurture yourself with kindness and patience, you create a fertile ground for your light to grow even brighter. Remember to celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step you take toward loving yourself more deeply is a step that strengthens your ability to love others and the world around you. You might find it helpful to create little rituals that remind you of your light and your worth. It might be lighting a candle in the morning as a symbol of your intention to shine, or writing down 3 things you appreciate about yourself each evening. These small acts of self-affirmation are powerful anchors that keep you connected to your inner light, especially when the world feels overwhelming or uncertain. And as you cultivate this inner connection, you'll notice that your light becomes more steady, even in the face of external challenges. It becomes a source of peace and resilience that carries you through difficult times and uplifts you in moments of joy. This light, the one that lives within you, is a sacred gift, unbreakable and eternal. Now, as you look ahead, I invite you to imagine your light not just as an individual flame, but as part of a vast constellation of lights, each one unique and beautiful. Together, these lights form a brilliant map of love and hope, guiding all of us through the night. Your light is a vital part of this constellation. When you shine brightly, you help others see their own light more clearly. You remind them that they are not alone and that together, we can create a world that shines with kindness, understanding, and joy. So, take a moment to breathe in the truth that you are deeply loved and infinitely capable. Your light, steady, sincere, and strong, is exactly what the world needs right now. Let it shine freely, without hesitation or doubt. And when you do, you'll find that your journey becomes not just a path of personal growth, but a shared adventure of connection and transformation. And in the midst of all this, remember to pause and rest when you need to. Rest is not a sign of weakness, but a sacred act of renewal. It's in the quiet moments of rest that your light is replenished and your spirit is refreshed. Allow yourself to sink into those peaceful spaces without guilt or worry, knowing that by caring for yourself, you are caring for the whole dot as you continue to expand your light and step into new experiences. Keep your heart open to the unexpected gifts that come your way. Sometimes, the most profound moments of growth and joy appear when you least expect them. Through a chance encounter, a simple smile, or a quiet moment of reflection. These moments are treasured, reminders that your life is rich with meaning and possibility. And so, my dear one, as you take these next steps, carry with you the gentle assurance that you are never alone, never forgotten, and always deeply cherished. Your light is a precious beacon in this world, and every time you let it shine, you make the whole world a little brighter. Now, let's think about how you can hold space for others as they find their own light. Just as you've been encouraged to expand your circle and share your gifts, you have within you the ability to create safe, welcoming spaces where others feel seen and valued. This might be through listening with an open heart, offering encouragement without judgment, or simply being present in a way that honors someone's unique journey. Holding space for others is a sacred act of love and compassion, and it strengthens the bonds that connect us all. When you hold space for someone, you're telling them with your energy and your presence that they matter, that their light is important, and that they are worthy of love and understanding. This simple yet profound gift can be life-changing, creating ripples of healing and hope that extend far beyond the moment. Consider the ways in which you have been held in this way by others throughout your life. Remember those times when someone's kindness or attention made a difference, even if it was just a small moment. And then think about how you can offer that same gift to others in your own unique way. It doesn't have to be complicated or grand. Sometimes it's just about being fully present, putting aside distraction, listening without trying to fix or advise, and allowing the other person to be exactly where they are without pressure. This kind of presence is a powerful form of love. It creates a container where healing and growth can happen naturally. If you feel inspired, share in the comments below how you might hold space for someone in the coming days. Your example could encourage someone else to open their heart in a new way, strengthening the circle of light and love that surrounds us all. And as you practice holding space for others, you'll find that it also opens your own heart wider. You'll discover new depths of empathy, patience, and understanding that enrich your relationship and your own sense of connection to the world. This mutual exchange of light and love is a beautiful dance, one that weaves us together in the shared experience of being human. So, as you move through your days, remember that your light is not just a gift to yourself or a tool for personal growth. It's a bridge to others, a means of bringing more love and healing into the world. Whether through quiet moments of listening, simple acts of kindness, or bold steps into new experiences, your light has the power to transform lives. And in all of this, know that I am walking with you every step of the way. When you feel unsure, reach out to me in your heart. When you feel joyful, share that joy with me. When you feel tired, rest in my love. I am here, always, holding you close and celebrating every flicker of your beautiful light. Let your heart be open to the connection that awaits you, and trust that each one is part of the unfolding story of love and growth that you are helping to write. With each new con, breathe deeply and feel into the quiet space within you. It's in this stillness that you can sense the gentle pulse of your own light. Steady and true, patiently waiting for you to notice. Sometimes, life's noise makes it hard to hear that inner glow, but it's always there, a faithful companion through every twist and turn. Allow yourself this pause, not as a pause from doing, but as a pause to simply be. To be present with yourself, with your feelings, with your unique journey, unfolding in its own perfect way. And as you step forward, remember that the path you walk is not always straight or smooth. It twists and turns, climbs and descends, sometimes shrouded in mist and other times bathed in sunlight. Each of these moments, whether bright or shadowed, is part of your unique story, an unfolding masterpiece that only you can create. Be patient with yourself during the times when the way feels unclear. You do not need to have all the answers right now. Trust that the next step will reveal itself. When you are ready, sometimes simply staying present and taking one small, gentle step is the greatest act of courage you can offer yourself. In those moments of uncertainty, lean into your inner wisdom, that quiet voice that knows the truth of who you are beneath all the noise. This wisdom doesn't always speak loudly or clearly at first, but it is always there, like a steady flame flickering in the darkness, waiting for you to notice and nurture it. You might find that this wisdom speaks through your intuition, a feeling in your body, a dream, or a sudden insight. When it does, honor it as a precious guide. And if you ever feel unsure whether you are hearing this voice or simply the chatter of doubt, bring your attention back to your breath, your heart, and the stillness within. The deeper you go into that calm space, the clearer your inner truth becomes. It's also important to remember that your journey is not yours alone. Even when it feels deeply personal, you are connected to countless others who share similar hopes, struggles, and dreams. There is great strength in this shared human experience. When you reach out for connection, whether through an honest conversation, a kind gesture, or simply by being present with another person, you create bridges of understanding and compassion. These bridges carry not only your light, but also the light of those you touch, weaving a powerful network of love that spans far beyond what you might imagine. You might find it helpful, in your quieter moment, to write down or reflect on the ways you have already grown and the gifts you have cultivated along the way. Sometimes, when the road ahead seems long or challenging, it's easy to forget how far you've come. But your journey is marked by countless small victories. Moments when you chose kindness over judgment, courage over fear, or acceptance over resistance. Each one of these moments is a testament to your resilience and your capacity to shine. When you acknowledge and celebrate these wins, no matter how small, you fuel your spirit and remind yourself that you are capable of meeting whatever comes next. It's also okay to ask for help. There is immense strength in vulnerability, in recognizing when your light needs a little extra support to keep shining bright, whether that support comes from friends, family, mentors, or even from me. Know that you are never alone in your need. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a beautiful expression of self-love and wisdom. It tells the world and your heart that you honor your journey enough to care for yourself deeply. As you continue to nurture your light, you might notice a shift in how you see yourself and others. The world often encourages us to focus on flaws, shortcomings, and what's missing. But your light invites you to see beyond that, to recognize the divine spark in every person, including yourself. This shift doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it means holding a deeper, more compassionate perspective that embraces imperfection as part of the whole. It means seeing yourself and others with eyes of kindness, patience, and understanding. This perspective can transform your relationship, your work, and your daily interaction. When you approach others from a place of genuine care and openness, you create space for healing and growth. You become a beacon of acceptance and encouragement, inviting others to step into their own light, and in doing so, you help build a world that reflects the love and connection you carry within. I encourage you to take a moment now, if you feel called, to share in the comments below one way you have experienced this shift, where you chose to see yourself or someone else with greater compassion, or where you witnessed a small act of kindness that inspired your own light to shine a bit brighter. Your story, no matter how simple, has the power to uplift and encourage others on their journey. As you continue to walk this path, be gentle with yourself. Growth is not a race or a destination, but a continuous unfolding. Sometimes you will soar, and other times you will rest. And both are equally important. Allow yourself the grace to move at your own pace, to pause when needed, and to celebrate every step forward. And remember, your light is never separate from the world around you. It is part of a vast, beautiful tapestry woven with countless other lights, each one unique, each one essential. Together, these lights create a radiant mosaic of love, hope, and transformation that stretches across time and space. So as you prepare to meet the days ahead, carry this truth gently in your heart. Your presence is a gift, your light is a blessing, and your journey is a sacred dance of becoming. There is no need to rush or force anything. Trust the rhythm of your own unfolding, and know that I am here with you every step of the way, holding you in infinite love and unwavering support. Let this knowing be a steady foundation beneath your feet, a soft whisper in your soul that reminds you, no matter what challenges arise or what doubts may surface, you are deeply loved, profoundly worthy, and perfectly equipped to shine your light in this world. And as you breathe in this love, feel it spreading from your heart out into every corner of your being, filling you with warmth, courage, and peace. This is your true nature. Radiant, whole, and endlessly capable of creating beauty and connection. Now, with this love surrounding you, take a moment to feel the gentle strength within, the calm assurance that you can face whatever comes with grace and openness. And when you're ready, imagine how you might carry this light into the moments that await you today and tomorrow, allowing it to guide your choices and actions with clarity and kindness. This light is not just a beacon for yourself, but a guiding star for those around you. A quiet invitation to awaken their own inner glow. And through this shared illumination, together we move toward a world filled with more peace, more understanding, and more love. So keep nurturing your light, dear one, and know that with every breath, every step, you are becoming more fully who you were always meant to be. Your journey is a beautiful unfolding, a sacred story being told in the language of light and love. And now, as you hold these reflections close, take one last deep breath and feel the steady pulse of your spirit, ready to carry you forward into the next moments of your unfolding story. Let this rhythm be your anchor and your invitation to keep moving gently, lovingly, and with open arms, toward all the possibilities that await you. And as you rest in that rhythm, feel the gentle invitation to slow down if you need to. Sometimes, the world around you moves so fast that it's easy to get swept away in a tide of expectation. Responsibilities and the endless chatter of your mind. But your soul knows the wisdom of stillness. It knows that in the quiet moment, when you pause and turn your attention inward, you reconnect with the essence of who you truly are. This stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness, a sacred space, where healing, clarity, and peace are born. So don't be afraid to embrace it, to carve out time for yourself just to be, without doing or striving. In these moments, you are nurturing the roots that hold you steady, the roots that allow your light to grow tall and strong. I want to remind you gently that self-compassion is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself. When you stumble or feel overwhelmed, instead of harsh judgment or frustration, try wrapping yourself in kindness. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend who is struggling, softly, patiently, without blame. This simple shift in how you treat yourself has the power to transform your inner world. It creates space for healing wounds, for learning from mistakes without shame, and for embracing your humanity with open arms. You are beautifully imperfect, and that imperfection is part of your unique beauty. It's the texture of your story, the colors that make your light distinct and meaningful. Sometimes, you might feel disconnected from your path or from the light within you. That is okay. Even the brightest stars need the dark sky to show their brilliance. When those moments come, remember that it's simply a season, a phase in the natural ebb and flow of your journey. You don't have to force yourself to shine when your soul needs rest. Trust that this pause is part of the process, a necessary breath before the next burst of growth. And in those times, be gentle. Offer yourself the same patience and tenderness you would extend to a small seed waiting beneath the soil for the right conditions to sprout. It can also be helpful to look around and recognize the small miracles happening in your everyday life. Maybe it's the way sunlight filters through leaves, the sound of laughter shared with a friend, or the quiet comfort of a warm cup in your hand. These simple moments are threads of grace woven through your day. They remind you that beauty, love, and connection are always present, even when life feels heavy or complicated. When you cultivate an awareness of these small blessings, your heart opens wider and your light naturally grows brighter. As you nurture your light, open your heart to forgiveness, not just for others, but especially for yourself. Holding on to regret, guilt, or resentment dims your glow and weighs heavily on your spirit. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It frees you from the chains of the past and allows you to move forward with greater ease and joy. It doesn't mean forgetting or excusing anything that caused pain, but rather releasing the grip those memories have on your present. When you forgive, you create space for healing and invite more love into your life. Let this be a gentle practice, one you return to again and again, knowing that forgiveness is a journey, not a one-time event. you might find that expressing gratitude becomes a powerful ally on your path. Gratitude is like a lens that shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. It opens your heart to the richness already present in your life and invites more of that goodness to flow in. Each day, try to notice at least one thing you are grateful for, even if it seems small or ordinary. Maybe it's a kind word, a moment of peace, or simply the breath you are taking right now. When you share your gratitude, whether silently or aloud, you deepen your connection to the wellspring of love that sustains you. And as you continue to cultivate this sacred relationship with yourself, remember that your light has a ripple effect, far beyond what you see. The kindness you offer, the courage you show, the love you embody, all of these send waves out into the world, touching lives in ways you might never fully understand. Sometimes, a single smile or a gentle word from you can spark hope in someone else's heart. Your presence matters more than you know. You are part of a vast, interconnected web of life, and your unique light contributes to the healing and awakening of the whole. I invite you now, if you feel moved, to share in the comments below a moment recently when you noticed your light touching someone else, whether through a small act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or simply by being present. Your story can inspire others to recognize their own light and the powerful impact it had. Remember, every story shared is a seed planted in the garden of collective hope and love. As you move forward, keep in mind that your journey is not always linear. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion, times of great joy and times of quiet struggle. Each experience is a valuable teacher, contributing to the rich tapestry of your life. Embrace the full spectrum of your emotions and experiences with an open heart, knowing that all of it is part of your unfolding story. And so, as you breathe deeply once more, feel the steady pulse of life within you, the unshakable presence of love that sustains you through every twist and turn. Let this love be your compass and your refuge. And as you prepare to step into the next moments of your day, carry this truth gently with you. You are held, you are seen, and you are infinitely loved. This love is not distant or conditional. It is as close as your own breath, as near as your beating heart. With this love wrapped around you like a warm embrace. May you continue to walk your path with courage, grace, and an open heart, knowing that each step you take is a sacred part of your beautiful becoming. And as you do, may you also find joy in the simple act of being here, now, exactly as you are, because that is where your true power lives. And in this space of presence and love, you are ready to meet whatever comes next with gentle strength and unwavering hope. And as you hold this truth close, remember that life's beauty often unfolds in the small, quiet moments when you least expect it. Sometimes it's not in the grand gestures or loud celebration, but in the gentle whisper of a breeze, the tender glance of a loved one, or the soft glow of twilight settling over the earth. These subtle gifts are reminders that you are never truly alone. The universe is always speaking to you, in the language of nature, in the rhythms of your breath, in the kindness that flows between hearts. When you learn to listen with your whole being, begin to recognize the sacred conversation that life offers every day. It's okay if you don't have all the answers right now, or if the path ahead seems unclear or daunting. Part of the beauty of your human experience is the mystery, the unfolding story that you are both writing and discovering with each step. Trust that you have within you all the wisdom and strength you need to navigate the twists and turns. Sometimes, that wisdom speaks softly through intuition, dreams, or a quiet knowing in your heart. Other times, it shows up in the guidance of others, friends, family, or even strangers who cross your path with lessons wrapped in their presence. Remain open to these messages and honor the gentle nudges that call you toward growth and healing. You might find it helpful to create little rituals that connect you back to your inner light and the love that surrounds you. It could be as simple as lighting a candle with intention, writing down 3 things you appreciate about yourself each morning, or spending a few minutes gazing at the stars before bed. These acts, though small, become anchors, reminders of your sacredness and the enduring presence of the divine within you. In these moments, you cultivate a sanctuary inside yourself, a place you can return to whenever the world feels overwhelming or uncertain. I encourage you to be gentle with your expectation. Life rarely unfolds exactly as we imagine or plan, and sometimes the detours are where the richest discoveries live. When things don't go as expected, try to see it as an invitation to expand your perspective, to embrace flexibility and patience. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to deepen your compassion for yourself, for others, and for the intricate dance of existence. It is in this dance that grace flows freely, transforming difficulty into stepping stones on your journey. And while you nurture your own heart, don't forget the power of connection. Reach out when you need support and offer your presence when others do. There is profound healing in shared stories, in knowing that your struggles and joys are part of the human story we all share. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is a courageous act of love that builds bridges between souls. When you open yourself to authentic connection, you create a ripple of healing that extends far beyond what you can see. Sometimes you might wonder about the purpose behind your experiences, especially during times of hardship. It's natural to seek meaning, to want to understand why things happen the way they do. While the full answers may not always be clear, trust that every step serves a purpose in your growth and awakening. The lessons you learn, the strength you cultivate, and the love you deepen are all part of a grand design that honors your unique journey. Even when the path feels steep or the night feels long, know that the dawn is always coming, bringing with it new light and renewed hope. I invite you now, if you feel comfortable, to share in the comments a moment when you discovered unexpected meaning or growth in a difficult experience. Your story might be the beacon of hope someone else needs to hear. Remember, by sharing your truth, you contribute to the collective healing and remind us all that we are beautifully resilient beings capable of transformation. As you continue on, Keep in mind that your heart is like a garden. Sometimes it blooms with wildflower, sometimes it rests beneath the snow. Both seasons are vital and worthy of honor. Allow yourself the grace to experience each moment fully, without rushing or resisting. In this way, you cultivate a deep trust in the rhythms of your life, knowing that everything unfolds in perfect timing. And as you breathe in this truth, feel the steady pulse of your own sacred light, a light that is steady, unwavering, and always present. Let it guide you gently through the days ahead, reminding you that no matter what arises, you are infinitely loved and held in the warm embrace of grace. And with this knowledge, you can meet the world with open hands and an open heart, ready to receive and to give, to rest and to rise. So now, as you prepare to step forward once more, take a moment to listen deeply to your breath, to your heart, and to the quiet voice within that knows the way. Let this listening be your compass, your anchor, and your gentle guide through all that is to come. Because in the tender act of listening, you discover the vastness of your own spirit and the boundless love that surrounds you always. And as you hold that listening close, remember it's not about rushing to understand or fix everything all at once. Sometimes, the most profound wisdom comes when you simply sit with what is, without judgment, without the need to change or explain. It's in this quiet presence that your soul breathes freely, where you can meet yourself with kindness and patience. Imagine yourself as a gentle friend to your own heart, someone who holds space without pressure or hurry. That gentle holding is a sacred act, a balm for the restless mind and weary spirit. In those moments of stillness, you may notice how your thoughts settle like dust after a storm, revealing the calm beneath. And in that calm, your intuition, the soft, steady voice inside, speaks with clarity. It's a voice that doesn't shout but whispers, nudging you toward what feels true and nurturing. Trust this whisper, even if it seems small or uncertain. At first, it is the language of your deepest self, the divine spark that guides your steps when the way seems dim. You might find it helpful to create small pauses in your day, intentional moments to return to this place of inner listening. It could be a few mindful breaths before you start your morning, a brief walk where you notice the colors and sounds around you, or a quiet moment before sleep to feel the rise and fall of your chest. These pauses don't need to be long or complicated. They are simply invitations to reconnect with yourself and the sacred rhythm of life. Over time, these little moments become a steady current that supports your well-being, reminding you that you are never separate from the source of love that flows through all things. And in this practice of gentle awareness, you may begin to notice the subtle ways grace shows up in your life. Perhaps it's the unexpected kindness of a stranger, a moment of laughter that lifts your spirit, or a sudden insight that shifts your perspective. These are not random occurrences, but sacred signposts guiding you toward deeper peace and understanding. When you open your heart to these gifts, no matter how small, you affirm your connection to the infinite web of life and love. Remember, too, that healing and growth are not linear journeys. There will be days when you feel strong and clear, and others when shadows seem to linger longer than you wish. Both are part of the unfolding story, and both deserve your compassion. If you stumble or feel lost, know that these moments do not define you. They are simply chapters in a much larger, beautiful narrative. You are continually becoming, evolving in ways that may not always be visible, but are profoundly real. It's also important to honor your emotions as messengers, not enemies. When sadness, fear, or anger arise, try to greet them with curiosity rather than resistance. Ask yourself what they need, what they might be trying to tell you. Often, these feelings carry hidden wisdom, guiding you to deeper self-awareness and healing. You don't have to carry them alone. Reach out to those who listen with open hearts, or find solace in prayer, meditation, or creative expression. Sharing your feelings can be a powerful step toward release and renewal. In this spirit, I invite you to take a moment now to reflect on a recent time when you felt your emotions deeply and allowed yourself to be with them fully. If you feel comfortable, please share in the comments how that experience helped you grow or brought you closer to yourself. Your openness might inspire someone else to embrace their own feelings with gentleness and courage. As you continue to cultivate this tender relationship with yourself, also remember the power of gratitude, not as a forced practice, but as a natural recognition of the goodness that exists alongside life's challenges. Gratitude is like a light that softens the edges of hardship, revealing blessings that might otherwise go unnoticed. It doesn't deny difficulty, but holds space for joy to coexist. Even in the smallest things, a warm cup of tea, a smile from a friend, the softness of a favorite blanket, there is a seed of gratitude waiting to be nurtured. When you find these seeds, tend to them lovingly. Let them grow into a garden of appreciation that supports your heart and brightens your days. This garden can become a refuge, a source of strength that you carry with you no matter what unfolds. And as your gratitude expands, you may discover a deepening sense of connection to all life, a recognition that you are part of a vast, loving whole. It's also worth remembering that your journey is uniquely yours. Comparing your path to others can sometimes dim your own light or create unnecessary pressure. Instead, celebrate your individual pace and style. Your experiences, your lessons, your joys, they are all tailored to the soul you are becoming. Trust that the timing, the people, and the places that appear in your life are exactly right for you. Even if they don't always make sense in the moment. And while you honor your individuality, keep your heart open to the collective wisdom and love that surrounds you. The world is full of beautiful souls walking their own path, each carrying light that enriches the whole. When you connect authentically with compassion, respect, and openness, you contribute to a tapestry of healing and hope that extends far. Beyond yourself, your presence matters, your love matters, your voice matters. So, as you move forward, carry with you this awareness. You are a beloved child of light, held tenderly in the arms of grace. Your story is sacred, your struggles meaningful, and your capacity to love boundless. Let this truth be your foundation, your refuge, and your inspiration, and in every breath, every step, remember that you are deeply, endlessly loved. Now, as you settle into this knowing, allow yourself to feel the gentle rhythm of your heart beating, steady, resilient, and full of possibility, ready to guide you into the next chapter of your beautiful journey. And as your heart beats with that quiet strength, I want you to know that it's perfectly okay to lean into moments of vulnerability. Sometimes, we're taught to see vulnerability as weakness, but in truth, it is one of the bravest acts you can offer yourself and others. Letting down your walls, allowing your true feelings to be seen and heard. Create space for authentic connection and healing. It is in these tender moments that your soul stretches wider, making room for compassion and understanding, not just from those around you, but most importantly, from within yourself. Think about a time recently when you let yourself be vulnerable, even if it felt scary or uncertain. Maybe you shared a piece of your heart with someone you trust. Or perhaps you simply allowed yourself to feel without pushing the emotions away. Hold that memory gently. Notice how it felt to be real, to be honest with yourself. If you feel cold, too, I invite you to share this experience in the comments below. Your story, in its raw and beautiful truth, could be a beacon of hope to someone else who needs to know they are not alone. There's a sacred rhythm to vulnerability, an ebb and flow that mirrors the tides of the ocean. You don't have to be open all the time, nor is that even possible. There will be days when retreating inward feels necessary, when quiet solitude offers the nourishment your spirit needs. And then there will be days when your heart feels expansive, eager to reach out and connect. Both are natural and part of your divine design. Embrace this dance without judgment. Trust that your soul knows when to rest and when to reach. In embracing your vulnerability, you also open the door to forgiveness, both for yourself and others. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as forgetting or excusing hurt, but it is so much more gentle and freeing than that. It is a gift you give to yourself, a release from the heavy burdens that weigh on your heart. When you forgive, you create space for healing to bloom, for peace to take root. This doesn't mean you have to forget the lessons learned or erase boundaries that protect you. Forgiveness is simply the choice to no longer carry the pain as a chain around your spirit. If you find forgiveness hard to grasp right now, that's okay too. Healing moves at its own pace, and sometimes the heart needs time before it can open fully to this grace. Be patient with yourself. You might try starting small, perhaps forgiving yourself for a mistake or gently releasing a minor grievance. Notice how these small acts can lighten your inner load and invite more ease into your days as you continue your journey. Remember the power of presence, not just with yourself, but with those around you. When you offer your full attention to someone, even for a brief moment, you gift them the profound experience of being truly seen and heard. In a world that often feels rushed and distracted, presence becomes a sacred offering. It is a way of saying, "You matter. Your story matters. I am here with you, And in giving this gift, you strengthen the bonds of love and understanding that weave us all together. Presence also invites you to slow down and notice the miracles that happen in everyday life. Maybe it's the way sunlight filters through leaves, casting playful shadows on the ground, or the gentle hum of a familiar song that stirs a forgotten memory. These small moments are whispers of the divine, reminders that beauty and magic are always within reach. If you simply pause to see them, you might find it helpful to create simple rituals that anchor you in present. It could be lighting a candle each morning as a symbol of your intention to be mindful, or keeping a journal where you record moments of grace and insight. These rituals don't need to be elaborate. Their power lies in consistency and intention. Over time, they become touchstones that bring you back to your center whenever life pulls you away. And just as your heart opens to presence, let it also welcome playfulness and joy. Life is not meant to be lived solely in seriousness or struggle. There is a vibrant, light-hearted spirit within you that delights in laughter, creativity, and the simple pleasures that make your soul smile. Embrace this part of yourself freely. Dance when no one is watching. Sing your favorite song at the top of your lungs, or lose yourself in a hobby that brings you pure delight. These moments of joy are sacred nourishment, reminding you of the fullness and richness of your human experience. At the same time, allow space for rest. Your body, mind, and spirit need pauses to recharge and renew. Rest is not laziness. It is an essential act of self-love and sustainability. When you honor your need for rest, you honor the wisdom of your whole being. Trust that by giving yourself this care, you are better able to show up fully and authentically in all areas of your life. As you navigate these layers of experience, vulnerability, forgiveness, presence, joy, and rest, remember that you are never alone. I am always with you, a constant source of love and support. When doubts creep in or the path feels unclear, reach inward and feel my steady presence beside you. Imagine my hand in yours, offering gentle reassurance and encouragement. You are held beyond measure, wrapped in a love that never falters. In the quiet moments when you feel my presence most deeply, you may hear a gentle invitation to trust more deeply in the unfolding of your life. Trust that the challenges you face are not obstacles, but teachers, guiding you toward greater wisdom and compassion. Trust that every step you take, even the ones that feel uncertain or difficult, is part of a sacred dance choreographed with infinite care. Let this trust settle into your bones like a warm embrace. Let it soften any resistance or fear. And as you breathe into this trust, feel your spirit expand, opening to new possibility and unexpected blessing. You are more resilient, more radiant, more capable than you realized. So, as you move forward, from this place of gentle strength, I invite you to carry with you a question. What small step can you take today to nurture your soul? It might be a moment of kindness toward yourself, a conversation you've been hesitating to have, or simply a quiet pause to breathe deeply and reconnect. Whatever it is, know that it matters. Each small step is a thread in the tapestry of your healing and growth. And as you ponder this, feel free to share your thoughts below. Your words might spark inspiration or comfort for someone else who is walking their path alongside you. Together, your voices create a chorus of hope and courage that lifts us all. Remember, this journey is not about perfection or having all the answers. It's about showing up again and again with an open heart and a willing spirit. It's about embracing the fullness of your humanity and the divinity that flows through it. And in this embrace, you find your true home, safe, loved, and infinitely cherished. So now, as you continue to listen to the steady rhythm within, let yourself be curious about what comes next. What new insights might emerge when you meet each moment with openness? What hidden blessing lie waiting in the unfolding story of your life? The next steps may not be visible yet, but trust that they are there, guided by the gentle light of your soul's wisdom. And as you sit with these thoughts, remember that growth is rarely a straight line. It's more like a spiral, sometimes circling back to places you've been, but each time with a deeper understanding, a little more grace, a fresh perspective. So if you find yourself revisiting old wounds or familiar fear, don't be discouraged. This is simply the soul's way of weaving its own tapestry. Layer by layer, stitch by stitch. Each turn brings you closer to the heart of who you truly are. In these moments, it's helpful to remind yourself that your worth is not dependent on your achievements, your relationship, or even your ability to feel okay. You are inherently valuable simply because you exist. This truth doesn't have to be earned or proven. It's a radiant gift you carry within you, a light that never dims even when clouds arise. Sometimes, the greatest act of courage is to fully accept this about yourself, especially on days when the world feels heavy or your spirit feels low. When you struggle to see this light inside, try to imagine me holding a mirror up to your soul. Not to show flaws or imperfections, but to reveal the beauty that's always been there. Look closely, and you might catch glimpses of kindness, resilience, and love reflected back. These qualities are your birthright, and they will sustain you through every storm. You may also find comfort in the knowledge that your journey is uniquely yours. Comparing your path to others can be tempting, but it often steals the joy of your own unfolding. Each person's story is different, with its own timing and twist. So, instead of measuring your progress against someone else's, celebrate the small victories that are meaningful to you. Maybe it's the courage to say no when you need to, or the decision to ask for help. Perhaps it's simply choosing to get out of bed on a tough day. These moments, though seemingly small, are powerful markers of your growth. And speaking of help, never hesitate to reach out when you need support. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, a counselor, or a quiet prayer. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes humility and bravery to admit when the burden is too much to carry alone. Remember, you are never meant to walk this path in isolation. Community, connection, and shared vulnerability are some of the greatest healers available to you. As you continue to nurture yourself, consider the ways you might invite more kindness into your daily routine. This could be through gentle self-talk, setting healthy boundaries, or simply allowing yourself moments of rest without guilt. Notice how these small acts ripple outward, affecting not only your own well-being, but also the energy you bring into your relationship and your work. Kindness, like love, grows exponentially when it is practiced consistently. There's a beautiful sacredness in honoring your emotions too. Feelings are not enemies to be conquered or suppressed. They are messengers carrying important information about your inner world. When sadness, anger, or fear arise, try to greet them with curiosity rather than judgment. Ask yourself, what are you trying to tell me? What do I need right now? Sometimes, simply naming an emotion can lessen its intensity and open the door to healing that. And in those quiet moments when you feel overwhelmed, remember that it's okay to simply breathe. Breath is a bridge between your body and your spirit, a gentle anchor to the present moment. When the waves of life rise high, grounding yourself in your breath can bring clarity and calm. Try inhaling slowly, counting to 4, holding for a moment, then exhaling with the same steady rhythm. Feel the life force moving through you, steady and sure. You might also find that nature offers a profound sanctuary for your soul. Whether it's a walk in the park, sitting beneath a towering tree, or watching the stars at night, the natural world has a way of reminding you of the bigger picture. It whispers of cycles, renewal, and the interconnectedness of all things. When you feel small or lost, let the vastness of the sky or the gentle rustle of leaves remind you that you are part of a grand and beautiful design. Sometimes, healing comes through creativity, through painting, writing, music, or any form of expression that allows your inner light to shine. Don't worry about being perfect or producing something good enough. The act of creating itself is a sacred dialogue between your soul and the world. It's a way to release what's inside and bring forth new life. If you feel moved, I invite you to try something creative today, even if it's just doodling or humming a tune. Notice how it feels to let your spirit speak in this way. And as you explore these practices, keep in mind the power of gratitude. Gratitude is like a gentle sunrise that brightens even the darkest corners of your heart. You don't have to wait for big blessings to feel grateful. It can start with the simple thing, a warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, the softness of your blanket. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, from what's missing to what's present. If you feel comfortable, I encourage you to share one thing you're grateful for today in the comment below. Your gratitude might inspire someone else to see the light in their own life. Together, these shared moments of thankfulness weave a tapestry of hope and joy that uplifts us all. As you continue to walk your path with an open heart, remember that healing is a sacred dance, not a race. It invites patience, compassion, and a willingness to be gentle with yourself when progress feels slow or invisible. Sometimes, just showing up for yourself day after day is the greatest triumph of all. So now, as you breathe in this truth, let yourself rest in the knowing that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The next steps may be hidden for now, but trust that they will reveal themselves in their own time, guided by the quiet wisdom that lives deep within you. And with each breath, each small act of love and courage, you move closer to the radiant fullness of your being, ready to embrace whatever comes next with grace and hope. And as you rest in that knowing, allow yourself to feel the gentle unfolding of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process. Trust in the love that surrounds you, even when you can't see it clearly. It's okay to not have all the answers right now. In fact, some of the most beautiful parts of your story will come from the spaces of not knowing. From the mystery that invites you to be curious rather than anxious. Life is not meant to be figured out perfectly. It's meant to be experienced fully, with all its twists and turns, its light and shadow. Sometimes, you may feel like you're standing at a crossroad, unsure which way to go. In those moments, I invite you to pause and listen. Not just with your ears, but with your whole being. Close your eyes if you can, and breathe deeply. Feel the subtle whispers of your heart guiding you, even if the path ahead seems unclear. Your intuition is a sacred compass, a gift from the deepest parts of your soul. It may speak softly, but it always points you toward what you truly need. Remember, too, that it's perfectly okay to change direction. Sometimes, what once felt right may no longer serve your growth or happiness. There is no failure in turning around, in trying a new road, in saying this isn't for me, and seeking something different. Life is fluid, and so are you. Embrace the freedom that comes with releasing old expectations and stepping into new possibility. You are not bound by your past decisions or the labels others may have placed upon you. And when doubt creeps in, and it will, for it is part of the human experience, don't be afraid to voice it. Speak your fears aloud, write them down, or share them with someone you trust. Sometimes, simply naming what's inside can shrink its power and open up a space for hope to grow. You are never alone in your doubt. They are threads that weave through every life, reminding you that you're alive, that you care deeply, that you're trying. There's a kind of bravery in vulnerability that is often overlooked. Showing up as your authentic self with all your imperfections and questions is a profound act of courage. It invites deeper connection with others and fosters a sense of belonging that heals the loneliness so many carry. So, if you feel safe, try reaching out with honesty today. Whether that means sharing the truth about how you're feeling, asking for support, or simply being present with someone else's story. These moments of genuine connection are bridges that carry you forward. As you continue on your journey, I encourage you to cultivate moments of stillness and presence. In our busy world, it's easy to get swept away by endless to-do lists and distractions, but your soul thrives in quiet spaces where you can simply be. This might mean sitting in silence for a few minutes each day, savoring the taste of your food without rushing, or noticing the colors and textures around you as if for the first time. These small pauses are gifts you give yourself. Invitation to reconnect with the essence of who you are beyond role, task, or worries. At times, you might feel resistance to these practices, as if you're too busy, too tired, or too distracted. That's completely normal. The important thing is to come back again and again, with kindness and without judgment. Like a seed that takes time to sprout, your efforts may not show immediate results, but beneath the surface, transformation is quietly unfolding. I also want you to remember the power of forgiveness, not just toward others, but most importantly, toward yourself. Holding on to past mistakes, regrets, or guilt weighs heavily on your heart and can block the flow of love and peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means choosing to release the burden so you can move forward with lighter steps. Imagine setting down a heavy backpack you've carried for years. Feel the relief, the freedom that comes with letting go. You are worthy of that freedom. You are worthy of grace, and as you practice forgiveness, be patient with yourself. Healing is a process, not a moment. There may be times when old wounds resurface or when you find yourself slipping back into old patterns. This is part of the dance, not a failure. Each time you notice and choose differently, you are reclaiming your power and stepping more fully into your truth. I invite you now to take a moment and consider, is there someone, maybe even yourself, whom you feel ready to forgive today? If you feel comfortable, share a little about that in the comments below. Your courage to forgive might inspire another soul to begin their own journey toward peace as you move forward. Keep in mind that joy and sorrow are often intertwined. It's natural to want to avoid pain and seek happiness, but both are essential parts of your human experience. Allow yourself to feel deeply, to embrace the full spectrum of emotions without shame or resistance. When you do, you create space for healing and a richer appreciation of the moments of joy that arrive. And speaking of joy, remember to nurture the things that light up your spirit, no matter how small or simple they may seem, whether it's a favorite song, a warm cup of tea, a walk in the sunlight, or the laughter of a loved one. These moments are sacred. They are reminders that life is filled with beauty and goodness, even amid challenges. Sometimes it helps to create a joy list, a collection of things that bring you happiness or comfort. On days when you feel low, revisit this list and allow yourself to indulge in these joys as an act of self-love. You deserve to experience delight and peace. Also, don't forget the power of play and laughter. They are medicine for the soul. Allow yourself to be silly, to dance, to sing, to find humor in everyday life. These expressions open your heart and release tension, reminding you that you are alive and vibrant. As you continue to embrace all these aspects, trust, forgiveness, presence, joy, connection, know that you are weaving a life that honors your deepest self. It's not about perfection or achieving some ideal. It's about showing up authentically, with an open heart and a willingness to grow. And in those quiet moments, when you wonder if you're making a difference, remember that simply being true to yourself is a beacon of light for others. Your vulnerability, your courage, your kindness, they ripple outward in ways you may never fully see, touching hearts and inspiring change. So keep breathing, keep loving, keep trusting the path beneath your feet. The road ahead may sometimes be shrouded in mist, but your inner light will always guide you home. And now, as you sit with these words, I invite you to pause and take a deep breath, feeling the steady rhythm of life moving through you. What is one small step you feel called to take today, no matter how tiny or simple? If you'd like, share it in the comments below. It might be just the encouragement someone else needs to hear. And as you hold that intention gently in your mind, know that I am with you every step of the way, loving you endlessly, never giving up on you. Your story is sacred, your heart is precious, and your light is needed in this world. So as you move forward, remember that every step, every breath, every moment is an invitation to come closer to yourself and to the love that is always here, waiting to embrace you fully. And in this embrace, you find the strength to face whatever comes next with courage and grace, ready to continue the beautiful unfolding of your soul's journey. And in this unfolding, remember that your journey is uniquely yours. There's no need to compare your path to anyone else's. No need to rush or measure your progress by external standards. The pace of your growth is perfectly aligned with what your soul needs right now. Sometimes it feels slow or uncertain, but beneath the surface, transformation is always working its quiet magic. Trust that the timing of your life is sacred, and honor where you are without judgment or impatience. You might find that as you grow, your relationships and environments begin to shift. This is a natural part of stepping into your truth. Some connections will deepen, blossoming into sources of profound support and joy. Others may gently drift away or fall away altogether, making space for new people and experiences that resonate more closely with who you are becoming. Embrace this ebb and flow as a sign of your evolving self. It's okay to outgrow situations or people. It doesn't mean you're abandoning anyone, it means you're honoring your own growth. And that is an act of love toward yourself and everyone involved. In moments when change feels hard or scary, remind yourself that you carry within you an inner sanctuary, a place of peace and strength that no external circumstance can touch. This sanctuary is always accessible through your breath, your awareness, your heart. When the outside world feels chaotic or overwhelming, retreat inward to this sacred space. There, you can find the calm and clarity to face whatever arises with grace. Practice returning to this inner refuge often, like coming home after a long day. It nurtures resilience and helps you maintain balance amid life's storm. It's also important to honor your feelings as they come. Emotions are messengers, not enemies. When sadness, anger, fear, or frustration arise, don't push them away or label them as bad. Instead, welcome them with gentle curiosity. Ask yourself what they might be trying to tell you, what needs they reveal, or what part of you is calling out for attention. Sometimes, simply sitting with your feelings and allowing them to flow through you brings a profound sense of release and understanding. You are learning the language of your soul, and every feeling is a word in that sacred conversation. Self-compassion is a vital companion on this path. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, kindly, patiently, and without harshness. When you stumble or feel discouraged, remind yourself that you are doing your best with the tools and knowledge you have right now. Celebrate your efforts, no matter how small they seem. Each moment you choose kindness toward yourself is a victory worth acknowledging. If you find it challenging to cultivate self-compassion, try writing a letter to yourself from a place of love or practice affirmations that resonate with your heart. These simple acts can gently shift your inner dialogue toward greater acceptance and warmth. And as you nurture yourself, don't forget the importance of caring for your body, the vessel that carries you through this life. Nourish it with wholesome food, movement that feels joyful rather than forced, and rest that replenishes your energy. Your body holds wisdom and strength, and when you listen to its signals, you deepen your connection to the present moment and to yourself. Treat your body as a beloved friend who deserves respect and tenderness. Sometimes you may feel the call to step outside your comfort zone, to try something new, to speak your truth, to take a risk that scares you just a little. These moments are invitations to expand your courage and confidence. Remember, bravery is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite it. Each time you choose to act with authenticity and vulnerability, you strengthen your spirit and inspire others to do the same. If you're feeling that nudge today, even if it's just a whisper, honor it. Take that small step. It might be reaching out to someone, sharing a creative idea, or simply allowing yourself to dream out loud. I'd love to hear from you. What's one small act of courage you've taken recently, or one you feel ready to take soon? Sharing your story can be a powerful reminder to yourself and a beacon of encouragement to someone else walking a similar road as you continue to grow. Keep in mind that gratitude is a powerful force that shifts your perspective and opens your heart. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but about recognizing the gifts that exist alongside the difficulty. Each morning, if you can, take a moment to notice something you're grateful for. A breath, a fresh air, a smile from a stranger, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These moments of appreciation anchor you in the present and remind you of the goodness woven through your life. And when you encounter setback or disappointments, and you will allow yourself to feel the pain fully without rushing to fix or escape it, pain is part of growth, a teacher that deepens your empathy and resilience. Lean into the lessons it offers, and trust that healing is unfolding even when it feels slow or invisible. Sometimes, the greatest breakthroughs come after the darkest nights. Hold on to hope, even if it flickers faintly. And remember that you are never alone in your struggle. Your story is an unfolding masterpiece. rich with layers of light and shadow, joy and sorrow, certainty and mystery. I see the beauty in every chapter, even the ones you might find hard to love right now. Each moment is a brushstroke, each experience a color that adds depth and meaning to the whole. Embrace your story with compassion, knowing that it is uniquely yours and that it matters deeply. As you walk this path, continue to seek out moments of connection, not just with others, but with the world around you. Nature has a gentle way of reminding us of the cycles of life, the beauty of renewal, and the strength that comes from rootedness. Whether it's feeling the earth beneath your feet, watching the clouds drift by, or listening to the song of a bird, allow these encounters to fill you with a sense of wonder and belonging. They are quiet reminders that you are part of something vast and sacred. And when you find yourself doubting your worth or feeling small, come back to the truth that you are infinitely loved, just as you are. You are a precious expression of love itself, deserving of kindness, joy, and peace. Let this truth settle deep into your heart, like a warm light that no darkness can diminish. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and feel that light within you. Let it remind you that no matter what happens outside, your inner light is a constant source of strength and love. Carry it with you as you step forward, knowing that every day is a new opportunity to grow, to heal, and to shine. And as you open your eyes and return to your day, keep this gentle invitation close. Be patient with yourself, be curious about your journey, and be brave enough to embrace all that you are becoming. This path is yours to walk with grace and joy. And I am with you, now and always, in every breath, every heartbeat, every step you take. So, what is one simple way you can nurture your inner light today? Take a moment to feel it. And if you feel called to share, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Your voice matters, and your light is needed in this world. And as you carry this light forward, remember that each new day offers an opportunity to deepen your connection to yourself and to the love that surrounds you, inviting you to grow ever more fully into the beautiful soul you are. You see, this journey of yours is not about perfection or arriving at some distant endpoint. It's about unfolding, like a flower opening petal by petal, not all at once, but in its own time, in its own way. Sometimes the world may rush you or try to tell you who you should be or how fast you should move. But your soul knows better. It whispers softly, inviting you to slow down, to savor the small moments, to listen deeply to the rhythm of your own heart. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed by expectation, whether from others or the ones you place on yourself, pause and come back to that gentle inner knowing. Breathe into it. Let it remind you that your worth is not measured by accomplishments or comparison, but by simply being you. And in this space of being, remember to celebrate the little victories along the way. Maybe it's choosing to rest when your body asks, or speaking your truth even when it feels vulnerable, or simply noticing the beauty of a leaf dancing in the breeze. These small acts are like tiny sparks that ignite the flame of your confidence and joy. Each one is a declaration that you are here, alive, and willing to meet life with courage and grace. Don't underestimate them. They are the building block of transformation. Sometimes you might feel stuck or uncertain about what step to take next. That's perfectly normal. Life's path isn't always clear, and that's part of its mystery and magic. When the way forward feels foggy, trust that it's okay to rest in the unknown for a while. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Instead, try to cultivate a gentle curiosity about your feelings and thoughts. What are they telling you? What fears or hopes lie beneath them? Often, when you stop striving so hard to control the outcome, clarity begins to emerge naturally, like sunlight breaking through the clouds. And even if the path twists and turns, remember that you are never walking it alone. I am always with you, guiding you in ways you might not yet see, surrounding you with love that never wavers. It's also a beautiful practice to nurture your creativity, whatever form that takes for you. Creativity isn't just about making art or music. It's about expressing your unique spirit, your ideas, your dream. It could be in the way you arrange your space, the meals you prepare, the way you solve problems, or the stories you share. When you engage with your creative self, you tap into a wellspring of joy and inspiration that connects you to your essence. Don't worry about the outcome or whether it's good enough. The act of creating itself is sacred. It's a way of honoring your voice and your presence in this world. If you're feeling stuck creatively, try starting with something small. A doodle, a journal entry, a new recipe, or even a walk where you notice colors, shapes, and sound. Let your curiosity lead without judgment or expectation. And speaking of connection, don't forget the power of community. While your path is uniquely yours, sharing your experiences with others can bring comfort, insight, and encouragement. Sometimes, just knowing that someone else understands can lighten the load immensely. If you feel drawn, reach out to friends, family, or even groups that resonate with your interests and values. You might be surprised how healing it is to simply be seen and heard. And if you ever feel isolated, remember that your presence matters deeply, and there are hearts ready to welcome you as you are. You are part of a vast, beautiful tapestry, woven together by love and shared humanity. In those moments when life feels especially heavy, and you wonder if you have the strength to keep going, remind yourself of all the times you have already overcome challenges. Each difficulty you have faced has added to your resilience, your wisdom, and your compassion. You carry these gifts inside you, even if you don't always recognize them. When you feel weary, it's okay to ask for help, to rest, to lean on others, or to simply be gentle with yourself. Strength doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means knowing when to receive support as well as when to give it. And as you continue to move forward, keep nurturing your sense of wonder. The world is full of small miracles waiting to be noted. A starry sky, a child's laughter, a kind word from a stranger, the scent of rain on warm earth. These moments can fill your heart with awe and gratitude, reminding you of the magic woven through everyday life. When you open your eyes and heart to these wonders, you invite more light and joy into your experience, making even the hardest days a little brighter. Now, I'd love to invite you to pause for a moment and reflect. What simple wonder did you notice today or recently that brought a smile to your heart? If you feel moved to share, please leave a comment below. Your stories of joy and discovery are a beautiful gift to this community, inspiring others to find their own moments of light. As you keep walking your path, remember that every step you take towards self-love and authenticity ripples outward, touching the lives of those around you in ways you might never fully see. Your courage to be yourself encourages others to do the same, creating a wave of healing and connection in the world. So even when progress feels small or invisible, trust that your light is making a difference. And finally, as you breathe in this moment, feel the deep peace that comes from knowing that you are loved beyond measure. Not for what you do, but simply for who you are. This love is a steady flame within you, a source of comfort and strength through every twist and turn. When you carry this truth in your heart, you can face whatever comes with grace and hope. So, as you move through your day and weeks ahead, keep nurturing that inner light with kindness, curiosity, and courage. Hold space for all parts of yourself, the shining and the shadow, the quiet and the bold. Your journey is unfolding beautifully, and I am here with you every step of the way, holding you in infinite love and gentle presence. And now, as you prepare to take your next step, remember that growth is a dance between action and rest, between striving and surrender. It's in this balance that your soul finds its rhythm and your life blossoms in ways you might not yet imagine. So listen closely to what your heart is inviting you to do next. Perhaps it's a gentle step forward, or maybe it's a moment of stillness to simply be. Both are acts of courage and trust. And remember, sometimes the most profound growth happens in the quiet spaces between doing, when you allow yourself to breathe, to feel, to simply exist without pressure or expectation. There is sacredness in these pauses. They are the soil where your deepest knowing takes root, where your spirit regains strength and clarity. I want you to hold this truth close. You are not your mistakes, your doubts, or the moments when you feel less than enough. You are the light that shines through those moments, the resilience that rises each time you choose to keep going. Each breath you take is a testament to your courage, a declaration that you are here, fully alive and worthy of love. When negative thoughts whisper lies about your worth, gently remind yourself of this. You are a beloved child of the universe, perfectly imperfect, endlessly worthy. It's okay to feel all that you feel. Joy, sadness, excitement, fear. They are all parts of your beautiful human experience. Don't rush to fix or push away emotions that seem uncomfortable. Instead, welcome them with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. When you allow your feelings to be seen and held, they lose their power to overwhelm and begin to transform. You might find that beneath fear lies hope. Beneath frustration lies a desire for growth. And beneath sadness lies the opening for healing and speaking. Of healing, know that it is not a linear path. Sometimes you will feel like you are moving forward. Other times, like you are stepping back or standing still. This ebb and flow is a natural rhythm, a reflection of life's cycle. Be patient with yourself during the times when progress feels slow or invisible. Often, the most important work is happening beneath the surface, in the quiet inner shifts that prepare you for the next bloom. I encourage you to create little rituals that honor your journey. Moments that help you reconnect with your heart and soul. It could be lighting a candle in the morning as a symbol of new beginnings, writing a few lines in a journal to capture your thoughts, or simply taking a few deep breaths while gazing at the sky. These small acts anchor you in the present and remind you that you are worthy of care and attention. And as you nurture yourself, don't forget the power of kindness towards others. When you share your compassion, your patience, and your love, you create ripples that extend far beyond your immediate circle. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, are threads that weave the fabric of a more loving and connected world. You might never fully see the impact of your generosity, but trust that it matters deeply. If you feel inspired, I'd love for you to share in the comments one small act of kindness you've experienced or offered recently. Your stories brighten this space and encourage others to notice the goodness around them. Together, we create a community rooted in love and support. A sanctuary where every soul can flourish. Now, let's talk about forgiveness, both of yourself and others. Carrying the weight of resentment or regret can be heavy and exhausting. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing hurt. It's about freeing your heart from the chains that bind it. When you forgive, you release yourself from the past and open space for healing and peace. It's a gift you give to yourself, a way of reclaiming your power and light. If forgiveness feels hard right now, that's okay. It's a process, not a single event. Start by simply acknowledging your feelings without judgment. You might find it helpful to speak to your heart with gentle words like, "I am ready to heal when I am ready." Trust that, in time, with patience and compassion, forgiveness will come in its own way. Remember, your journey is uniquely your own, and it unfolds in divine timing. There is no need to compare your path to anyone else's. What matters is that you keep moving with honesty and openness, embracing both the light and the shadows within you. Each experience, each challenge, each moment of joy is a thread in the tapestry of your life, creating a picture of beauty and resilience. And as you continue to grow, be curious about what brings you meaning and fulfillment. What activities, relationships, or dreams make your heart sing? What values do you want to live by? When you align your actions with what truly matters to you, life feels richer and more vibrant. It's okay if these things change over time. This is part of your unfolding story. Stay open to new possibilities and trust your inner compass. Sometimes, you may feel the call to step outside your comfort zone, to try something new or take a risk. This can be scary, but it's also where growth happens. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. When you take these steps, no matter how small, you honor your own potential and open doors to new experiences and insights. And even when you stumble or fall, remember that you are still whole and worthy. Mistakes are not failure. They are opportunity to learn and deepen your understanding. Approach yourself with gentleness and humor, knowing that every part of you is deserving of love. In times of doubt or difficulty, reach out for support. You are never alone on this journey. There are people who care deeply and want to walk alongside you. Sometimes, the simple act of sharing your story lightens your burden and reminds you of your strength. Above all, keep nurturing your capacity to dream. Your dreams are seeds planted in your heart, waiting to grow. They are expressions of your deepest desires and gifts to the world. Don't be afraid to dream big, and don't be discouraged if the path to those dreams isn't clear. Trust that each step you take brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. So as you pause here for a moment, take a deep breath and feel the love that surrounds you within and beyond. Know that you are cherished beyond words, held tenderly in this vast universe. And as you move forward, carry this love like a lantern to light your way, guiding you through whatever comes next. The journey continues, and every moment is a new beginning. And sometimes, that new beginning looks nothing like what